Rolling Out hosted our very first swingers forum at the ever-so-sexy Japanese restaurant, the Geisha House. Not sure exactly what goes on at a swingers forum? Well, it's sort of like a swingers party, just more formal and more informational. Our moderator for the night was none other than the beautiful, sexy, love and relationships expert, Spirit, who brought everything to light. She sat down with Rolling Out to break down what swinging is all about. So get ready to chat, flirt, and swing right here on Rolling Out TV.
Hello, Rolling Out family. I am Spirit, host and moderator of tonight's event. We are in fabulous downtown Atlanta at the Geisha House, and tonight we're talking about a very steamy, titillating, and oftentimes very discreet, if you will, topic. That's right, we're talking about swinging, and we have got some folks in the house who are curious about what it is, who's doing it, what's the appeal, and bottom line, what's it all about, and is swinging for me? So you want to know what a swinger is? Well, it's different things to different people. Nobody can define what it means to be a swinger except for the person who's doing it. Now, typically what it means is allowing people to come into your relationship, or if you're a single person, kind of getting involved with either another individual or a couple or even several couples, if you will, from time to time to get involved in sexual, recreational fun. I bet you're wondering if I swing. Well, I will say this. You might catch me on the scene from time to time. I mean, of course, a girl has got to do her research, so if you ever do, don't be afraid to say hello. But will I actually participate? Well, that's something that you may never know. So, what goes on at a swingers party? Well, to be quite honest, it depends on the nature of the event. Of course, you've got your club scene, and depending on where you live, the club scene might look very different. Most are private organizations where you may have to come as either a paid member or a guest of someone who is a member, which means it's not open to the general public. Kind of hard to find, but not as hard as one might think. Once you get into the club, well, depending on the club, there are different things that happen in different areas of the club. Most usually have a social scene, if you will, where you can come and just kind of kick back, fully clothed, kind of like what you see me in, or maybe a little less. There's food, there's drinks, and there's lots of socializing. People are dancing, and from the outside, it may look like just a typical club. But depending on some of the other areas of the club that you may go to, you may see individuals who are engaged in various types of sexual activities. You might even be involved in some yourself. Or perhaps if you're not dressed correctly, or too dressed, if you know what I mean, then you may never see those parts of the club at all. Now, that's a club scene, but there are also those private parties, and there are also individuals who never get involved in swinging on that level. Perhaps they only swing with people who are their friends, or they may use internet sites or various connection sites throughout their organizations, such as newspapers, other social settings, and they find other discreet couples like themselves to get together with from time to time. For all you know, it may be the couple that's sitting next to you in the restaurant, the couple that are out together as a small group having dinner, going to a movie, dancing in a club. You just never know, because what does a swinger look like? They look just like everybody else. What are myths when it comes to swinging? Well, first and foremost, the biggest one is that it is one huge orgy. That couldn't be further from the truth, and most swingers are actually very, very selective. It's not just about everybody getting together, and it's a free-for-all where you can be involved with anybody that you want to, and anybody that's interested in you can kind of have free access as well. While there are some folks who engage in swinging in that direction, most don't. They're very discreet. They like who they like, because after all, attraction is just that. And if you're not turned on by the individuals that you're engaged in or interacting with, then chances are it's not going to work anyway. So the biggest myth is that everybody is having sex with everybody. Couldn't be further from the truth. What is really happening is there are those who see sex as recreation. It's not just about the intimacy necessarily, but it's about also being able to see sex in a fun, lighthearted way. And so they enjoy from time to time not only enhancing their sexual experience with their partners, but also by inviting other hands, mouths, and you kind of get the picture, into the sexual setting. Okay, so some of the pros and cons, as with anything, there are those pros and cons. When it comes to swinging, what are some of the benefits to swinging? Well, of course, there's the fun aspects. There are the social aspects like anything else. You get to meet new people, and you get to be real about the fact that just because you may be dating somebody else, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not attracted to anyone else. I mean, let's be real. How many times have you gone out, you're in a relationship, maybe married, or just simply dating, yet the person sitting next to you, or the guy that walks down the street, or the lady that's coming towards you, you have a strange and strong attraction to them? Well, if you were in the lifestyle, that may be okay. And at certain periods in your relationship, you and that person may actually be involved. And not just you and that person, but you and that person and your partner. And you would all be open about that. And so, swinging has its benefits. It allows you to explore your sexuality, to have fun, to be open and honest, and to see just how far intimacy can go. Not just between yourself and one partner, but between yourself and as many people as you choose. Now, the downfall? Of course. The biggest is emotion. We're human, so that means from time to time the jealousy does rear its ugly head. And there are the pitfalls that come with swinging. It's not for everybody. And so if you're not in a strong, stable, healthy relationship, you can quickly find the most important relationship between you and your partner disappearing very, very quickly. So, realize it's not for everybody and choose wisely. Hey there, this is love, sex, and relationship expert Spirit, and you're watching Rolling Out TV.